Good morning, Facebook. I'm Erica Fernandez with CCISD Communications, and we are live in the classroom today at Clear Springs High School. We've got Miss Edelson here today. We're so excited to be inside your class.
Thank you.
It's a different kind of class, and I love it. Can you tell us what we're doing here today?
Yeah, so today we are in Fashion 2. We also have Fashion 1 and Interior Design in this class, but these kiddos, they are in their second year of these creative classes, and we are going to see them working with the NASA HUNCH program. And HUNCH stands for High School Students United with NASA to Create Hardware. You know, they love a good acronym. And they're working specifically with the soft goods program. So the soft goods program is all about the things made out of fabric that are used in the space station. So today they're working on food storage pantries that the astronauts will use to kind of keep their food all separated out for them during the week.
And we'll go around in just a little bit and kind of see the different stations and see what the students are working on. But let's go back really quickly. What is this class exactly? What do you guys normally work on throughout the year in this classroom?
So in Fashion 2, we're doing kind of the next level. So Fashion 1, they're learning about kind of the basic skills. In Fashion 2, we're learning about some pattern making, making full garments. We recently had a fashion show where students designed and constructed their own garments. We had a really amazing fashion show where they got to show off that work. We are going to be moving into ethical and responsible fashion soon. So how can we be good consumers and thoughtful consumers to make sure we're taking, you know, we want to look good, but we also want to protect the earth. So kind of finding that balance there.
Yeah, and so these kids are not just learning how to sew and cut and things like that. You were telling me earlier that they are really able to express their creativity. How are these lessons going to prepare them for after they graduate?
So anyone who's ever sewn knows that it can be really, really fun and also really, really frustrating. And so they're learning resilience. They're learning problem solving when things aren't lining up quite the right way. They are learning how to work step by step through a process and how to pivot when they come to a challenge. And so, you know, whether or not they continue in the fashion industry after graduation, these skills are so transferable to whatever it is they want to do in the future.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a sneak peek around at what they're doing. Let's go to this first one. Can you tell us what they're working on over here?
So here we have our Velcro cutting station. So we use a rotary cutter. You can keep working. And our ruler, they have to follow specific NASA tolerances. So we learn what those tolerances are, and so they're very specific when they measure, they cut them, then they are quality control checked to make sure that they are the right size. You can see she's checking that right there. And then we use a material to kind of seal the edges right there so that they don't fray and that they're going to last a really long time up in space. We have to be very careful. They use very specific materials that are not going to be as flammable. And so the materials they use are a very specific quality. This isn't stuff you just go get at Joann's. It's very, very specific stuff that they use. And then I have a student over here. She's doing some seam ripping because, like I said, we always need to learn a little resilience and fixing our mistakes. And so she's seam ripping so we can make sure everything is perfect for our astronauts.
Right. And what about this table over here?
So over here, we are marking patterns. So you can see they've got that pattern weight is sitting kind of keeping everything where it needs to be. They're using really special space pins that work well on this fabric and are easy to clean off when we are done with it. And then those markings are going to transfer over. They're going to clip the fabric together. You can see right over here we have these little clips they use. And then from there, they are going to get passed over to our sewing team to put them together.
And then we have Miss Jennifer Leonard over here. She's actually assisting a student, but if I can grab you for just 1 second. Miss Leonard, you're with NASA. Tell us a little bit about this collaboration that you have with the Clear Creek IC students.
So HUNCH is a nationwide program. We are in schools across the nation in 8 different disciplines. Soft goods is just one of them. We have culinary, biomedical, machining, design and prototype, which and also flight configuration. So that's where they actually learn to do the official NASA drawings, and they take what students designed and formalize them so that NASA can use those designs. And we work to make things on the space station that they need. Most of the things that we make life easier for the astronauts as far as soft goods goes. What they're making right now is a pantry system. I have another high school, Alvin High School, is making a cargo cover and a privacy curtain for them to shower behind.
Okay, yes.
And like Ms. Edlifson mentioned, we have to have hydrophobic fabrics. So this is really the application of STEM.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize that sewing is a lot of math, geometry, algebra, and for all of the disciplines, it's applying what you learn in a STEM class to the hands-on side.
Right.
So we're very fortunate to have Miss Edlison because this is a big undertaking, and we appreciate all that she does for us. The kids definitely get I think a leg up in the industry. We also work on the other kinds of skills, like they have to follow compliance, they have to do paperwork, they read engineering drawings. So they're getting a lot of work skills just on top of this. And there's a lot of soft good industry jobs out there. We have ex-HUNCH students working for Axiom Space, Google soft goods. Wow. So people think fashion and they think only clothing.
Of course, yeah.
But especially in the South, we have sailboats. We have so many things that if you think about every day what you touch that's sewn, this is a very valuable skill that we need to push forward, because most of the people at NASA who work in our soft goods labs are at retirement age.
Wow. So let's take a look at these machines. Ms. Edelson was telling me that these were actually from NASA, correct? And so these, can you break down what these machines are and how they work, and if other schools have them?
So we provide them to all the schools in our soft goods program. Okay. I have some in Wyoming, I have some in Ohio. Of course, we have quite a few in Texas. This is a lock stitch straight machine. So in the manufacturing world, your machine only does one thing, not like our home machine that will do everything. Okay. They have what are called a Serve Pro motor. So there's actually like horsepower under there. It's not, they have to be very careful and conscientious about what they're doing. This is a walking foot, so it moves over thicker materials and the foot actually walks. The Juki is just a straight stitch, but most students who use these, this alone is a skill. And when you go to fashion design or even soft goods engineering, because this is also an engineering field, and I have some students in here that are overlapping. They do the engineering as well. This is a perk to know how to use this machine. Yeah. And the fashion students that enter a fashion program, they're about a year to 2 years ahead of their counterparts when they get to school.
Awesome. And when are you wanting the completed project that they are working on? Is there a deadline here?
Yes, we try to have it done by the 1st of May.
Okay.
It's definitely challenging, but they actually have a lot more done than you think.
Okay.
You can't see it because at the last minute it all velcros together. Okay. So they've already almost finished 2 of those. And everything is cut for the other ones.
Okay.
And so we have an intern program. So in this summer, we will be hiring HUNCH students who apply, and they will help us finish what we don't finish at the school.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, thank you for chatting with us and breaking that down, and for your collaboration with CCISD students. Ms. Edelson, I know that you had mentioned there's a couple things that have been given from the CCEF as well. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Yes. So I wrote a grant last year, and we received that grant, and we got these beautiful professional mannequins. So this is one of them. These are again, not like your Joann's mannequin. They're really specific for the fashion industry. They have collapsible shoulders. We were able to get a really wide range of sizes. The hanging, like full-size mannequin, the arms come off. They're really, really, really amazing. So when we had that fashion show, these were all covered in clothes, and we were trying stuff on, and they're a game changer when it comes to customizing clothing.
Yeah, just another way that CCEF is helping our students better prepare themselves for the future, right? I love it. Is there anything else in here that you want to spotlight before we go ahead and wrap it up?
No, I think, I feel really, really lucky that I get to teach these classes. We have a lot of fun in here, but we learn a lot of really great transferable skills. Like all of our CTE classes, we're really, really lucky to have an amazing CTE program here in the district. And this is just a small taste of all the great things that we get to offer.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for letting us drop into your classroom, and Ms. Leonard as well. That'll wrap up today's Facebook Live, but we'll see you guys next time.